Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Doomsday from 2008. It's directed by Neil Marshall and stars Rona Mitra and Bob Hoskins. Like I said in the earlier review of The Descent, Neil Marshall, the director of both films, would be seen again very soon in my collection as I own 2 of his 3D films. I do not own his film Dog Soldiers. This is also the unrated cut of Doomsday, which adds in some really gnarly gore sequences like 2 exploding heads for starters. The R-rated theatrical cut of this film was wild to begin with, as I remember seeing it in theaters back in the day, but the unrated cut is pure batshit insanity. In an unnamed year, a very deadly virus breaks out in Scotland. So deadly is it that the powers that be decide to just cut Scotland off from the rest of the world, amputate it and let it die off. And after that, there is a strict no one gets out, no one gets in policy, but then one day in 2035 the virus breaks out in London and the government reveals that there are survivors in the Scotland zone that might have a cure. So Rona Mitra heads up a team who are sent to go in and get the cure and bring it back. Of course, what is billed as a simple in and out job becomes very, very complicated, leading to some Mad Max-esque dystopian survivors craziness. Like I said, this movie is wild. Also, like I said, it stars Rona Mitra, aka the only woman I've ever been attracted to. She was also in the first season of the excellent TV series Boston Legal that I just rewatched recently because I love it. Anyway, Doomsday might be absolutely insane, but that's as far as it goes, as it isn't very good. Kinda just spectacle action for the sake of spectacle action. One blood-drenched scene after another, this never gives you a chance to breathe, which sometimes I'm okay with and sometimes I'm just exhausted by, and Doomsday is an example of the latter. It's trying to do so much that in the end it's just simply too much. There's also this story of government corruption going on throughout the tale of dystopian madness that should be easy enough to follow, but it gets lost in the shuffle pretty quickly. I don't know. I want to like this movie more than I do, and it's good enough for a viewing once a decade or so, but it definitely doesn't hold up to repeat viewings. Which kills me because with the Rona Mitra factor, I wanted this movie to be better. But I'm not shitting all over it, just slightly pissing on it, which is why I'm giving Doomsday's unrated cut a C-. Tomorrow we go back to Lucio Fulci territory when we review his final film, Door into Silence. See y'all then.